And NC State will lose a team point for this flip. Metcalf came in. There was still time on the clock when he did that shove. The crowd didn't like it, but this celebration came prematurely for Darian Caldwell, so they'll take a team point away from North Carolina State.
There's Carter Jordan, the head coach of North Carolina State, getting his champion.
And of course, Ohio State back in the mix as well, as we get ready for 157 pounds now. And Jordan Burroughs, unbeaten, the #1 seed out of the University of Nebraska, against Michael Poeta of Illinois.
Well, let's take a rest from the team and just go to an outstanding matchup here of two undefeated guys that are a lot alike. They're very quick. They're very talented. No team championship here on store, but oh, is this going to be entertaining.
It is. Now, you know, it's hard to follow what we just saw, but these guys are maybe the guys that can do it.
Mike Poeta last year was second to Jordan Lean in this championship, and he avenged that loss in the semifinals, beating Lean last night. Jordan Burroughs at 149 last year got beaten in the semifinals by Metcalf and moved up to 157. These two have not met.
Both are takedown machines. Burroughs likes the reshot. Poeta great on coming in clean and scoring with leg attacks.
So it's Burroughs in the red singlet of Nebraska and Poeta in the blue singlet of Illinois. And immediately the headgear goes flying for Poeta.
On there? Okay, let's go. Right here.
Mark Johnson, the head coach for Illinois. Mark Manning, the head coach for Nebraska, in the corners.
Understanding now that the point that was taken away, the team point, may have been taken away from Iowa, not from North Carolina State. Wow. Even though the celebration from Caldwell came a little bit early, that little shove by Metcalf at the very end might have cost Iowa. We're checking. Quint Kesnick is right now with the officials checking on which team. Obviously, it would be a lot more costly to the Hawkeyes to lose a point at this point in the team race.
And the reason it'd be a point is because Iowa has been warned twice in this tournament, and on the third warning, it is a team point. Taken away.
We'll get the facts on that as soon as we get them from Quint Kesnick. Meanwhile, it's Burroughs and Poeta here at 157 pounds.
Be careful of the hands.
Burroughs is moving forward. He has been the aggressor, really working Poeta's head.
Burroughs so fast. He's fast, and he's just run into a guy in Poeta that's just as fast. That's why it's going to be so entertaining, because usually these guys win on their quickness. There's Poeta in. Nice quickness and avoiding defensive move there by Burroughs. Both two-time state champions. Burroughs from New Jersey. Poeta from Illinois.
114.
Out of bounds. Bob Durr is our referee for this match.
Hey, right here.
Can you feel the buzz in here, guys?
Still lingering, isn't it?
Yeah. All right, while this match goes on, let's go to Quint Kesnick for a clarification on what happened at the end of that match between Caldwell and Metcalf.
With Pat McCormick, he is the national chairman of officials. Why was a point deducted from Iowa's total?
The point took place was deducted because it was unsportsmanlike conduct against the wrestler from Iowa. It happened in the post-match, i.e. after the whistle. So they're on the mat. The match is over. It's an 11-6 score. However, the Iowa wrestler pushed the Ohio State wrestler. It's unsportsmanlike conduct. That's a team point deduction.
Who makes that call? Whose decision was that?
The referee with the whistle makes that call. And it was
the referee on the mat?
Yes, and it was the correct call.
Point deducted from Iowa could be a big storyline, Dave.
Yep.
Very much so. Mike McCormick, the referee in that match that made that call and took the point away from the team score of the Iowa Hawkeyes. So We'll update our standings for you at the end of this period and show you that Ohio State just got closer. And at the very end of this period, Burroughs with a takedown.
1 second left. He gets a low single to Poeta's left leg.
Great shot by Burroughs.
Knee down, knees behind, hands in front.
A big takedown right at the very end of this first period.
What makes it worse is no time for Poeta to respond with an escape.
All right, so here is the team situation now. The lead down to 4.5 for Iowa. Now remember, you get 4 points for a regular old win. That still means that Mike Pasillo needs to do something special with Jake Herbert, and that won't be easy.
No.
And the fact
you can't just win.
No, you cannot. That's a huge half point.
Okay, try it again.
Cushion
Knees behind, hands in
for
front.
Iowa.
And it could tie the closest ever NCAA championship race.
Of course, that's saying a lot still, because Herbert, again, the prohibitive favorite at 184, even though Pasillo is the defending champ in that weight class.
I'm telling you, I'm going to pause. Okay? Okay, set, don't move. Get on.
Bob Durr with instructions to these two wrestlers here. Burroughs starting on the mat, looking for the escape, and he's got it.
Neutral, get in!
Burroughs in control here. That late takedown in the first period, and now an escape. Very important for Poeta right here in this period to get a takedown. Gets a takedown, rides out, and he'll have the opportunity to go down.
Go in. No, floor.
Poeta hasn't been able to get in deep yet.
The best thing for Poeta right now is that he needs to create the action, and that's Mike Poeta. He can't pick cat and mouse right now. He needs to take it to Burroughs and get in a scramble situation.
The fact that these guys have never met, are they still feeling each other out a little bit, or do they know a lot about each other already?
No, you make a great point there, because they don't feel each other, so they have to feel each other out. They don't, and we're going to...
They both do a lot of scouting. I mean, they've seen each other wrestle live and then on videotape.
And that depends. Sometimes their coaches do more of it than they do. Just depends. Mike Poeta talked about every time I watch film, I find I lose, so I'm not going to watch any film. And but you know, that leaves it up to the coaches to talk to him about the things that are important. Like the reshot king here, Burroughs, you know. And so he's kept that really at bay. But that quick shot, he kind of relaxed at the edge. Poeta did, and it cost him in the first period.
That's it.
You can see how Burroughs' quickness, his change of level really threatens Poeta, and he has to react with that sprawl.
Right now, Poeta's on the attack. Burroughs needs to come to the middle right here and get more of an attack going, or he's going to get hit for stalling.
No, you're out. Back in. Okay, let's go, man. Center. Color. Watch hands.
3, 2.
Big.
Cut.
3-0 Burroughs going to the third period. The NCAA Indoor Track and Field Championships are moving to Texas A&M and College Station. You can catch all the action on Monday, March 23rd at 2:30 on ESPN2. If you want more information, just go to NCAA.com, the official online home for all 88 NCAA championships.
Come on, get on.
One escape.
Neutral. One. Neutral.
Comes down to the takedown.
Riding time not a factor.
Center. Center.
Right here, Poeta needs to create the action. He needs to force the action right here and make the officials look at Burroughs.
Flat on his stomach. Not a good shot.
Neutral. Neutral. No. Out.
Gives you an idea of the quickness of Burroughs' sprawl.
Really does.
Force the action here, man. Good. Lots of time.
Burroughs so quick they call him the Usain Bolt of college wrestling.
Watch that gear.
There's a good shot by Poeta.
Neutral! Neutral!
Again, he tried to keep him in bounds, lost position. Now he's flat.
Neutral!
Well, the edge of the mat has so far been the difference. Burroughs wins it here. You could say he's won it on the edge of the mat. There's the stalemate. Poeta saved there, 51 seconds. Right here on the edge of the mat, the new rules have really opened up college wrestling. Right there, Poeta knew that if he could get both ankles, keep one foot in, he'd have two. But Burroughs also knew that, hey, Poeta's still in, so I could come around and score myself. And that's he almost did, Burroughs. Almost took advantage of that edge of the mat. Right here he does again.
Work it in! Work it in!
In the old days,
Only had one leg.
Stop right
in the old days, that's out of bounds.
Back in the middle,
Earlier.
These
Now
guys
you're down to 30 seconds and 3-1 and one. I mean, you come down to your go-to move. Go ahead, Dave.
I was going to say, most of the action here has been on the edge of the mat in this match.
Right here, Mike Poeta, fifth-year senior. What have you been working for? What is your go-to move? What is the one move you're going to throw?
Let's go back
Because you better be doing it right now. There's no holding back.
No time. Really got to do a blast shot now. No time to set up.
Again, the defense of Burroughs so quick. Well, he really throws those hips.
And that's what has kept Poeta at bay on their feet.
7 seconds.
Burroughs can taste it now. Third place a year ago. Jordan Burroughs. And he got two to wrap it up.
Big champion for the Nebraska Huskers. Mark Manning, the coach. Second year in a row, Mike Poeta, second.
Well, Burroughs, athletic ability, speed, and that early takedown was able to work his tactic and strategy to the victory.
So congratulations to the Usain Bolt of college wrestling. Jordan Burroughs beating Michael Poeta, who's denied for the second straight year, and the Cornhuskers celebrate. Jordan Burroughs at 157 pounds. He was able to get that late takedown in the very first period, and that proved to be really the difference maker in this match. And Burroughs goes on to win it at 157.